Alright, so parallel parking. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your vehicle that you're going to line up with alongside your vehicle. Then what you're going to want to do is make sure you're in drive, which I am currently. Then you're going to want to pull up to said vehicle. Whenever you do, just be careful that you don't get too close, but close enough. Okay, so see right here, my side view mirror and their side view mirror are lined up right now, which is where I want to be. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put myself in reverse, and what I like to do is, before I crank my wheel one way, is I like to back up straight just a bit. And now I'm going to crank my wheel. Let's go back to 0.5. Right. So as we do this, you can see now my right side driver's mirror is lined up with their back left tail light. And I'm gonna get out so I can show you what it looks like, what my car looks like compared to theirs. So this is what your car is supposed to look like compared to theirs. You are supposed to be at a 45, sort of like how I was showing yesterday. And as you can see, if I walk up here, my right hand, my passenger side mirror is lined up with their driver's side back left light. So now what I am going to be able to do is crank my wheel the other way. So now if I go back into the car, which obviously during your test or any sort of parallel parking, you don't want to get out of your car. I'm just doing this because I'm in my driveway. And also keep your seatbelt on. So now, going to crank my wheel. 1, 2. And I'm going to back up the other direction. I'm going to continue to back up until I'm straight. Now I'm a little bit to this side. So what I can do is, now you wouldn't want to do this on your test. You would probably want to back up a little bit more during the 45 section. Is I can straighten out, go a little bit further back, and then go forward. And straighten out like this. And then you can check your rear view. And then you park. Now this gives them enough room to back up and escape if we were actually on a public road. And what I just did would only be okay if there was nobody behind me, which obviously there isn't because I'm in my own driveway, but still. But let's do this again, since that was a little bit of a far from the curb moment right there. So let's line ourselves back up. And you can be careful, you know. You don't have to go fast. You can take this part slow if you want to. There's no issue in doing that. So now I'm going to crank my wheel once to the right. Going to back up until I get to right about there. And I see that my mirror is lined up with their back light. Now I'm gonna crank my wheel the other way to where I'm gonna be going that way. And I'm going to start and go this way. Good. Now, if I can put myself in gear, crank once to the right. Get there. I'm a little bit close, so what I'm gonna want to do is just back up a little bit. That way I can give them room. You want to be able to see their back bumper, and then you can put it in park. And that's how you parallel park. So assuming the curb was over here, if I opened up that door, you would be able to see it. So if I angle this mirror down, assuming the curb was right there, you would be able to see it. All right. So that's how parallel parking works.